The kids of Elm Street don't know it yet, but something is coming to get them.
There's something out there, isn't there?
We just see cuts happen.
What did that, Lieutenant?
I don't know.
What the coroner got to say? He's in the jar and puking since he saw it.
They're gonna kill me for sure.
Did you do it?
There was somebody else there.
He was locked in a room with a girl who went in alive and came out in a rubber bag.
No one knows where it came from or who it will visit next.
Nancy? There's something wrong with you. You're imagining things.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
She's the only one who can stop it. If she fails,
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
no one will survive. From Wes Craven, director of The Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left, a new masterpiece in fantasy terror, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Hey YouTubers, Hankster here, and welcome to another classic movie review. And being that it is, of course, October, Halloween month, and also because it's its 30th anniversary, I've decided to do my review on the original Nightmare on Elm Street, starring Heather Langenkamp, Johnny Depp, and Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. Now, of course, this basically was out during the big releases of slasher films at the time. Basically, this was supposed to be going up against such notables as, Friday the 13th and Halloween and all the other horror movies, not just slasher films, but other genres of horror movies out there. This, of course, was one of the first movies coming out from New Line Cinema. Of course, would later do such, big movies such as Lord of the Rings and all. It's interesting that one of its first movies was a sort of a B-movie horror film, and now, of course, it's now one of the biggest movie companies in the country, maybe even the world. Now, the story takes place in a normal town, supposedly, and starts off with the group of teenager friends, discussing their dreams and realizing that they're getting the same dreams, mostly involving a strange man wearing a red and green striped sweater, brown hat. He's severely burned, and on his right hand he has a glove with long razor-like knives. Of course, they kind of chalk it up to a strange coincidence until one night when the friends decide to have a sleepover. One of their friends is being attacked by this man, winds up getting killed in her dream. And while she's killed in her dream, she's killed in real life. Of course, it's made to look like her boyfriend, who she was sleeping with that night, was the one who did the deed. And while the police is out looking for him, the lead girl in the movie, played by Heather Langenkamp, Nancy, is starting to put the pieces together, and has decided that this might be more to it than just a regular homicide. That this mysterious man that everybody seems to be dreaming of is behind this murder, and he might be out for blood more again sometime. She she also finds out that when she's in the dream, if she hurts herself, she realizes that she carries that pain on into the real world, the waking world. Of course, nobody really believes her. Her alcoholic mother is kind of trying to get her to sleep and forget about all this, while her dad, who of course is also the chief of police in the town, is of course too busy with the murder case to really help out. of course, as she experiences more dreams, she, of course, realizes that there is a mysterious force behind all this. And, of course, especially when after the boyfriend of the first murder victim is caught, he is found hung in his cell with apparent suicide, even though Nancy herself has dreamed that this mysterious man has gone into his cell and has killed him. She, of course, is taken to a dream therapist where she has a severe dream, and not only that, her hair starts turning white. Well, strands of her hair starts turning white, and she finds out that she can pull in objects from the dream world back into the real world, including, of course, this being's hat. She, of course, is finally told by her mother that the man behind all this is none other than Fred Krueger, a man who works at the local boiler room, but, of course, who many years before kidnapped 20 kids and killed them in his boiler room. He was, of course, arrested and put on trial, but because of a technicality, he was let go. And the parents, wanting justice to be served, tracked him down to his boiler room and set him on fire, supposedly killing him. And now, apparently, he's out for revenge through the dream world to continue what he was doing in the real world, which, of course, was killing their kids. Now, of course, armed with this information, Nancy, of course, tries to get her boyfriend, played by Johnny Depp, to watch over her while she returns to the dream world to take on Freddy and bring him into the real world so that they can catch him and send him to jail, if that could be possible. Of course, that fails, and a little later on, her boyfriend gets killed by Freddy in a spectacular blood geyser. Would be interesting if Freddy went up against Johnny Depp these days. He'd probably be going up against, like Captain Jack Sparrow and Edward Scissorhands and Willy Wonka and all that. Wouldn't that be an interesting skit? Of course, after that, she, of course, finally gets Freddy back into the real world, but of course winds up having him kill her mother, and she realizes that the only way to stop Freddy is to basically turn back on him and drain him of his energy that he's taken from her from believing with him. Of course, supposedly that is the end of the story. Or is it? Of course, as you know, this launched numerous 6 official Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Of course, then you had the new Nightmare that came in the mid-'90s. And, of course, the last one starring Robert Englund, who, of course, was Freddy vs. Jason in 2004, which was, oddly enough, 10 years ago. All in all, of course, it's basically on its own. It's your typical low-budget B movie. It's a pretty good plot, good storyline. Doesn't have it, totally in-your-face sexual innuendos like most of the other slasher films at the time. There's no excessive nudity or anything like that. There's a lot of graphic violence, a lot of gore and blood and everything. So. It does keep you getting the creeps and everything, but past that's a pretty good movie. Of course, this is basically basics. Freddy's not too like he is known for. He's not totally on his. We don't totally see his wisecracking deals that we see in future productions involving him, but it's a good start. And, of course, it basically launches many careers, not just Robert Englund's, but, of course, also Johnny Depp. Within, of course, a few years, he would become a big celebrity in the hit TV series 21 Jump Street, and then his movie career really started getting off in the 1990s. Heather Langenkamp, of course, this was her first movie. Of course, her first appearance in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. She, of course, would appear in 2 more of the series in later years, including, of course, Dream Warriors and New Nightmare. And we'll be getting to those reviews in the near future, so stay tuned to that. We're going to have more Nightmare on Elm Street reviews throughout the month of October, and also not just the movies, but also other connections to involving Freddy Krueger and the Nightmare on Elm Street series to other things, and all. And we'll also throw in a little review of the Nightmare on Elm Street television series, Freddy's Nightmares. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for more reviews and whatnot here on the Multiverse. See ya.